Welcome back, my dear class 11 student. Now today's our subject is business studies and topic is government company again. So we have discussed about the features, we have discussed about what is government company, we have discussed about even the merits or advantages of government company. Today we will discuss about demerits or disadvantages of government company. What are the disadvantages is there, because every company, every business firm, here there is a pros and cons. So there is demerits. Let's start. What are the demerits? First demerits was freedom in name. Government company, when we actually discuss about the advantages, we discuss that this government company management autonomy is there, but in practically this is not true, because as government companies form or financed by the most of the government company, in case of government company, you know, who the chunk of shareholder means majority shareholder hold by the share of any company, that is 51% minimum by the government, that is government shareholder. So majority or chunk of shareholder is government. So he select the board of directors. Okay. So as the government is the majority shareholder of the government company, and government actually most of the shareholder as the government, and they actually finance this company, because if the majority of shareholder government, the most of the capital will come from the government. Okay, it is minimum 51%, but it can be 70, 80, 90% also. So majority of the finance comes from the government, and they actually elect the board of directors. And as these are the government company, so there is always some of the tax holidays, some influence, some exemption is there. So Companies Act must not very much relevance in case of government companies. Though these are the companies registered under the provision of Companies Act 2013, or before this is 1956, but as government name was there and government is the majority shareholder in this company, so always there is government influence is there. Government, so they enjoy privilege of the government, some of the privileges from the government, some exemption from the government. So they actually the name of government company, but they are actually controlled by the government itself. So this is one of the drawback. So rule and regulation actually led by the Companies Act, not every time followed by this company strict way. Okay. Now come to the second point. What is the second demerits? That is lack of accountability. Lack of accountability. Lack of accountability. Unlike statutory corporation, where we seen when we discuss about the statutory corporation, where we seen that they have to produce their accounts, their accounting report directly to the parliament, both of the house of parliament, that is one is Lok Sabha and one is Rajya Sabha, and they are directly answerable to parliament. But in case of company, the auditor of the company also produce their report in parliament, both of the house, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, but they are not compulsorily answerable to each and every question asked by the parliament. Okay, they are not, that's why they are not directly accountable to this parliament or directly accountable to government. Okay, they miss, in sense they actually answer, they prefer answer to their question in parliament when the report is produced, but they are not compulsory, obligatory for these companies. It's not like that. They produce their report in there, but they are not answerable for each and every question. Unlike statutory companies, which actually set up by the special act of the Lok Sabha, special act of the Parliament, sorry, and they are actually compulsorily accountable to the Parliament, that is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, both of the houses. And number 3, come to the point number 3. This is more important point. Most important point is there. Management lies in government. Now you can say, as you have said previously when I discussed about the advantages or merits about government company, discuss management is autonomous. But here I am saying management lies in government. What does it mean? Because management lies in government means government is actually the management. Because as the majority shareholder of this company is government, majority shareholder. That is 51%, that is minimum paid up capital. So majority shareholder is government. So company, who actually runs the company, you know, that is board of the directors. So board of the directors, it not comes by the birth. They have to elected. By whom? They are elected by the shareholder. And here majority shareholder is who? The government. So that board of director is elected by the government, and naturally this board of director as elected by the government, so there is always the influence of governments in this board of directors, and they actually influenced by the government, and they always follow the government instruction. When they are managing this company, they always influenced by the government. Let's take an example. In your school, in your class, if I want to ask you to select a monitor in your class, which student, which you of your friend will select, because who actually hear your words. Okay. So there is always a tendency when the government select the board of directors, government select those person, this board of directors is a natural person actually who manage the company. So government select that type person who actually hear and influenced by the government. So naturally all the management lies actually the government. Indirectly government actually control this management, because most of the share actually held by the government, financed by the government. So management also as elected board of directors by the government, so most of the cases management also lies in the government. So this actually grip or control of the government, this government company, one of the drawback. Okay, they cannot taken decision or operate their companies their own autonomously. Okay, so thank you. These are the actually demerits or disadvantage, whatever you call. Thank you for watching. I hope you are well and safe at home. Thank you.